Hello everyone, this is Swati. Welcome to Pabbly. Now what are we going to do in this video? In this video, we are going to see how to send Discord notification to team on Typeform submission, which means there is a new submission on Typeform, then you have to receive a message on Discord. Before that, we have to understand what is Typeform. Typeform is basically a form builder application. It's a web-based platform where you can create anything from apps to forms. So if you have to create a research form or the registration form, so this is your place for it. Another thing is Discord. Discord is basically an instant social messaging app. Clear? Now here what we need is every time, so suppose let's take an example here. So suppose I have to run a survey. I'm a HR manager of a company and I have to run a survey for a new policy. So the company has inculcated a new policy and it needs to see if the policy is okay and if the employees are okay with it. So this policy when runs, so when the employees will fill these forms. So on the basis of that, so once you have filled the form, the moment Typeform has a new submission, then automatically the group which is there on Discord platform, it should receive a message. Clear with this? The group or the individuals, you can do anything here. So how do we do it? If we do it manually, then of course it is possible, but it is going to be absolutely troublesome and time taking. So here we have the Pabbly Smart Way. What is the way? Basically, Pabbly is a software which deals with integration and automation. So it will create an integration between these two applications in such a way that you have to run the process only once, and every time there is a new form submission, an automatic message will be displayed on Discord. Now isn't that fantabulous? How do we do it? Let's go to my screen and watch that step by step. So let's begin with the step-by-step process. Here the first thing that we have to do is we have to type the URL pabbly.com/connect. Now as we do that, it will take us to the landing page. Here, if you already are a user, you can simply sign in by clicking on this. And if you are a new user, then you will have to sign up for free. And trust me, it will not take more than 2 minutes. So here we will click on sign in. And as we do so, it will take us to the applications page. Now this integration is happening via Pabbly Connect software. So we'll click on access now. And now it will take us to the dashboard. Now here on the right hand side, you can see create workflow. So we'll click on create workflow and a dialog box appears which is asking us to name the workflow. So we'll name it as Typeform to Discord, since the integration is between these two applications. Let's click on create, and as we do so, finally a window appears where we have got two events, trigger and action. Triggers and actions are basically two principles on which the entire automation works on. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. Basically trigger is the if case. So now basically what are we going to do? Every time a new entry occurs on Typeform, the details are supposed to be shared on Discord server. So here, first application that we are going to choose is Typeform. And we'll click on Typeform here. Now we have to select the trigger event. Trigger event is basically what happens. So here, every time a new entry happens, then the integration occurs. So we'll click on new entry and then we'll click on connect. Now here we have to add a new connection and we'll connect it with Typeform. Now since I have already logged in here, so I'll go down and I'll click on accept. Okay, as I do that, so finally the authorization is successful. Now here the form has to be selected. I've already created a form. The name of the form is new policy survey. So I'll click on this and save and send test request. So as I click on this, here it is waiting for response, which means that as we fill in the form now, it will gather the response. It will capture the response. So let's go to Typeform and this is the form. So let's quickly fill in the details. So let's say the name is demo. Okay. Department, let's say the department is finance. Now this is a research survey where there is a new policy that has been introduced in the organization, and it is a research survey that is asking if the policy is okay or no. So let's say the email address is this, and have you read the policy? Let's click on yes. Do you feel a need to inculcate this policy? Okay, I do feel the need, so yes. How do you rate this policy? Let's say I really liked it, so I'll click on 8 and submit. Now here you can design the form, you can put on the questions as per your wish. Now as we go back to Pabbly Connect, here you can see that the response has been captured successfully. Now this means that we have successfully integrated Pabbly Connect with Typeform. Now let's move to the second step of our integration process. Now here we have to integrate, basically we have to integrate Typeform with, what is the other application? Discord. So here I'll search for Discord and then we'll click here. So finally the action event. What is the action event? That whenever there is a new form submission, then a message has to be sent to the group. So here I'll click on send channel message markdown and click on connect. Now as we do that, it is asking us for a webhook URL. Now what is this webhook URL basically? So a webhook URL is basically a link that integrates two applications. So here we'll go to Discord. Now here Discord, let me select integrations, and there again we'll go to the settings. Here on the left hand side we can see this. So we'll click on this. Now here we have integration, so let's click on integration. And now since we have to create a webhook URL, we'll click on webhook and we'll click on new webhook. Here we have to name our webhook. So let's name it as Typeform webhook. And then we have to save changes. And now we can finally copy the webhook URL and then go back to our Pabbly Connect page, and here we can paste it. So done. And now we have to write the message that we are supposed to send to the group of people. So here let's say, dear, since this is a research survey for policy, so I have to mention the name of everyone. So instead of writing dear team, I wish to mention the name of everyone. So here what I am going to do, I'm going to map the data. So basically the name was demo. So here every time when I map this, so every time there's a new form, so it is going to address the person. It's like a personalized message. So dear dash, and then thank you for your response. We will share the analysis on. Now suppose I want to share this analysis on mail. So again I'll map the data and I'll go down to the here. So let's click on this and then regards. Basically this is the message that will go to all the people who have participated in the survey. So dear dash, thank you for your response. We'll share the analysis on this particular email ID. Regards. Now you can always customize this message as per your need. Now since we are done with this, let's give it a general bot name, Typeform message, and then bot icon. So here you can enter a bot icon, like you can enter some image, JPG, GIF, etc. So I am going to skip this particular step and go to save and send test request. And here I have received the response. Now what are we going to do? We are going to quickly go to Discord and we are going to see if we have received the response. Okay, so here you can say, dear demo name, thank you for your response. We will share the analysis on this particular email ID. Regards. So here we have successfully integrated the two applications, Typeform and Discord. Now we'll take another example. We'll go to new policy survey and we'll refresh the page so that a new form appears. And here we are going to write another, like we are going to fill another form. Let's say the name is Hardik. Enter. Department, so he belongs to HR department. And the name, like let's say the email ID is this. Now have you read the policy? So let's say he has not read the policy. And do you want to inculcate this policy? So let's say he is against that. No. And how would he rate this policy? And he's not at all happy with the policy. So let's say it's 2. and then we will click on submit. So the moment this form has been submitted, we'll get a message, and yes, we have received the message. Dear Hardik, thank you for your response. We'll share the analysis on demo at pabblytools.com. Regards. So here basically our entire integration is complete. It is successful. Now let's go back and quickly check the process that we have undertaken. So basically, this is a very simple two-step process where we have integrated Typeform to Discord. I hope you do not have any doubts, and in case of any doubt, you can always refer to the workflow which is given in the description box.